Diogo, estás-me a ouvir?
Sim.
Espera aí que eu estava num grupo, mas eu já tenho Feral Druid, então eu saí.
Incomoda-te o meu vídeo?
Não,
Hã?
não.
Para ir de peso.
Espera aí, pô, espera aí. Espera aí que não está fácil. Espera, acho que já arranjei. O que é essa merda? Soft Res, o que é essa merda, meu? Puta, acho que vamos ter que sair.
Então. Puto, sai do grupo. Tem que ir a um link, tem que fazer não sei o quê, tem que fazer não sei o que Eu
mais.
sei.
Opa, Esquece.
Para que essas merdas?
Esquece, esquece. O pessoal é estúpido, meu. Foda-se, ah, pá, a sério, meu.
O que se passa?
Sara não vai?
Não. Já cá está um Hunter. Opa. Opa.
Eu e outro gajo.
O Hunter não tem gear nenhum.
O Hunter? Paladina, mano.
Ok, puto, parece que este grupo. Parece que vamos desta vez. Já tens o road buff? Não.
Tenho agora já desde a última vez.
Tens a peça aquela que é para não te tirarem? É que estão lá a gankar.
Ah, sim, o Corona Boom tenho. Está feito isso. Já não tenho a poção.
To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs constantly flying between Rutheran Village and Darkshore.
Olha, amor, anda de volta do. Anda de volta do papel. Anda de volta do papel na embrulho.
Não tem mais jeito.
Já não tem mais brinquedos.
Anda. Pega. É novo. Os sítios.
Onde é que o Antra está aí?
Ah, só vai eu. Tu nem sabe o nome dele completo.
Vai demorar o gajo. O gajo não tem o portal. Temos o Arlock, né?
Fazes em stealth, eu. Já me só vou aqui várias vezes fazer o logout skip em stealth. Estás aqui não?
Aqui debaixo d'água. Estou à espera que. Agora não estão aqui a chatear. Estou cá.
Estão a pular já não?
Hum?
Já estão a pular não?
Não. Já fizeram quando eu acho?
Ah, merda.
Vai, por. Já tá tudo. Já estão com sacanagem. Também já tinha pedido, eu acho.
Já te arranjo algumas.
Ok. É só para mais por causa dos buffs. pena que neste não anda muito zero.
Isto pode ser bué estranho.
Low money.
Não faz muito bom, não está nada. Olha assim.
Opa, poxa. Olha aí o coisa do weather dele.
Já
Eu
tenho
não
o
sinto,
cinto,
já
já
tens?
tenho. Já, é o que eu uso. Olha, o Hunter está aí, pai.
É mais o quê que dropou?
É o coisa de pano.
O Hunter é tão bom que deixou o pet dele ali atrás. Olha, queres umas águas, não é?
Dá-me 2 ou 3.
Deu 3?
Não, dá-me 2 ou 3. Eu podia ao bocado ao gajo, mas o gajo cagou em mim.
Consegues vir ao pé de mim? Dá-me aí pata ao meu pet. Puto. Esses gajos são uns palhaços de merda.
Pulando trazer.
Olha, se esse Hunter não está a usar a merda do... Este Hunter está todo green.
O Torrent é balance, não é?
Acho que sim.
Deve ser só. Não sei, acho. Isso é uma lona? Sim, traz para o meio, né? Como é que passava o gajo como tanca?
Quem é que está a tancar? Quem é que está a dar tanto dano, mano?
É o gajo, mas olha. O paladino, caralho.
Está a tancar sozinho o gajo?
É, aparentemente. Só merda.
Sou um cagalhão.
Quer dizer que é aquilo tudo novo? Ou esse é o quê?
É off-spec, é para outra spec que tenhas. Imagina, às vezes jogas balance, fazes roll 99 e se te calhar usas para balance, estás a ver? Ou para healer.
Então depende daquilo que comecei, eu faço coisas por causa do tanque. Mas para as coisas normais é o roll 100, né? O normal. Só temos um healer. Eu não acho que vamos conseguir fazer isto.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Putz, onde é que saiu esse gajo, meu?
Eu sei, né?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Nada.
Uma espada. É quanto? Fogo. O gajo é bem rápido a fazer essas merdas.
É que tem um add-on. Como é que se chama a gaja? O Eddie Savarese. O Hunter nem se vê. Jesus, meu.
Não está a dar dinheiro?
Hã?
Não está a dar dano?
Não, e tu estás um bocadinho à frente dele. Tu deves estar aí a fazer mal a rotação ou assim, pô.
É só tenho aquele ataque do coisa.
Não tens aí nenhuma runa mal?
Não, é o mango que eu tenho, que é a runa de GPS, basicamente. É
E
o
aquela
mango
cena
e
do
o...
speed, estás a usar a do speed?
Sim. Mas só dá um bocadinho de nada, é por 6 segundos só. Yeah. Um cacete de damage, pô.
Mas, dá
por
6
vezes-
segundos, mas se meteres mais combos e usares dá por mais segundos.
Não, não, isso é outra runa. Isso é uma runa que vai substituir o Skull Blast. Que é para dano físico essa runa. O dano de bater sozinho.
E só
tenho que
usas
estar
o
tudo.
Mangle, isso é muito estranho. E o Rip, não estás a usar?
Sim, é o que eu tenho que usar os olhos. Sempre que chega assim, que meto logo o rip. Ou quando tenho menos, quando por exemplo é um bicho com mais.
Sim, mas o Rip é
Menos
só uma
vida.
vez.
O rip é coisa, é por 12 segundos de bleed. No primeiro boss não funciona.
Com combo 5, é só
É
12.
sempre o mesmo tempo. É sempre o mesmo tempo. Só o dano é que muda. E depois que eu dou pouco dano. Eu posso trocar a runa, meto o coisa de dano físico. 40%.
Então,
Mas,
que runa
mas
é
fico
essa?
sem o Skull Blossom.
Então, se calhar,
É o
como é que estás a usar o Skull Blast agora?
Por causa do interrupto.
Isso é só para aquele boss, puto, o Interrupt. Tira isso, pá. Isso só serve para aquele boss daquele orc.
Ok.
E o que é que dá essa runa do dano físico? Isso é o quê?
Finish moves that increase physical damage at 30% power in that form. Last logo for combo point.
Então, devias estar a usar isso, se calhar.
Sim, este aqui é o coisa de raid.
Então,
É este aqui, com a cena que eu tinha antes, dos talentos, para dano físico.
já meteste agora?
Tem aqui agora.
Experimenta lá, pá.
Tem que depois ganhar os pontinhos. Este aqui já vai dar para ver melhor. Estou com coisa mais para PVP. Não aqui para a raid.
Agora já estás a aparecer aqui nos damage meters.
Mas eu sei para partir. Vocês é que depois chegam muita coisa. Bom, começam a dar muita dano. E agora no boss deve-me conseguir ver se calhar. Vou dar mais dano.
Depois também. Isso, não puxem para trás, não.
Nisso quando precisares de buffs. Ao teu pé.
Five,
Oi, 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 oi. Fui fira. Foda-se.
Oi, o outro turno morreu. Será que é preciso fazer
Nossa,
para
aqui isto não
trás?
está fácil. Os chilas
Outro morreu.
cagam-se todos.
O outro também morreu. Não tô...
Anda lá, bora lá, pá. Nossa, fogo, pá. Dá dano nesta merda. Oh, merda. Agora encontrou uma merda do Hammer Shot isto. Oh, pá, foda-se.
Foi, 3 pernas.
Ui, ui, dá um staff, meu. 3 itens.
Oh, veja não é nada para mim. Pô, esse staff aí é para o druido. E ganhou o cabrão.
Não, o gajo está a dar ele sozinho.
Quem?
O príncipe diz que vai dar merda no orco. O gajo não vai conseguir levar esta gente toda.
O problema é se o gajo for lá para dentro.
Opa, que só isso, olha.
Aí,
O Rez é que te dropa aqui o puto do martelo agora.
é aqui?
É. Ajuda-me a matar os Murlocs, senão já sei que lá em cima vamos levar com eles.
Sim, eu sempre matá-los primeiro. Só fazer com o.
Ai, a minha mana, Jesus, meu Senhor. O Paula nem sequer dá a merda do coisa da mana, nem o cara. Opa, foda-se, cangalhada do caralho. Foda-se. Ai, Jesus.
Mira, você tem um voo para aqui.
Attack totem.
A merda do totem agora. Ai, meu Deus.
Olha para lá morrer.
Vê lá se consegues lixar esse Murloc.
Já está, já está, já está.
Attack totem.
Olha o totem.
Entendeu?
Ai, Jesus, minha nossa.
Merda. Olha o número do botão.
Attack totem.
Onde é que está o totem?
Aqui. Boa, sempre estamos sem tempo.
Opa, foda-se, que miséria, meu. Mata, 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 mata. Diogo, mete urso e faz tonto. Isso. Ui, Jesus, pá. Nada, puto. Só merda. Que miséria, meu.
Olha, aquela bola de fogo não me deixava.
Acabou?
Não, agora nós não vamos conseguir matar o orc. Então só temos um healer.
5 ou 20.
O do gajo do totem. Matamos agora.
Ah, então vão matar.
Aí, o excesso para desenchante, eu não acredito.
O quê?
Excesso de loura para desenchante.
Que o gajo vai fazer descente. Eu não acabou, podia ter dado. Fazia eu, fogo.
Não sei se vai fazer desenchante ou não, é uma maneira de dizer dele.
O gajo está à espera de cenas éticas aqui.
Eles estão para aí a discutir. Eu já não entendo merda.
É melhor eu ir ao tanque, não?
O problema não é os tanques, o problema é os healers.
O que é que tem Gila?
Está o gajo a dar ele sozinho.
Não temos ele suficiente.
E o outro?
Está aqui a passear. O druid. Ai Jesus, este gnoma. Pumba!
Eu vou virar para trás.
Ai, a merda da minhoca já quer comer outra vez. Que seca esta merda, este traço. Porque é que esta merda existe? Só para uma pessoa perder tempo. Que é, Grey? O que é que queres? O que é que queres?
Quero festas?
E lá fora agora, Grey? Tu vieste lá de fora? Já foste à rua? Hã? O Grey foi à rua. Abres lá, Sara?
Não posso neste momento, só um bocadinho, tá
Eu
bem?
vou lá então. O que é que tu queres? Anda lá, anda.
Precisas de toques?
Não. Vai ser bonito para isto. Mete a cena de fazer o interrupt, puto, senão isto vai dar merda.
Hã?
Diogo. E ajuda aí a dar buff nestes palhaços, caralho. Para aqui dar boost nestes palhaços. Foda-se.
Todos com buffs.
Who dares disturb my meditation?
Diogo, se isto é para o torto e estiveres lá cá fora, agras tu.
Ok.
Vai dar uma merda isto.
Pois bem. Já fui!
Olha, já fostes.
Como é que eu já fui?
Como é que aconteceu?
Vacilei, morreu do nada. Não tinha nada em mim. Mind Blast. O que eu reparei?
Tenho que matar os amarelos, não é, puto? Estou cá dentro.
É amarelos. Basta 3, acho que aparece o portal. Tipo, vai assim num
Já
pilar.
Já saí.
O tanque é mesmo uma merda, meu. Eu consegui tirar o agro.
Faz taunt agora, puto. Senão isto vai dar merda, faz taunt.
Estou morto.
Ah,
Estou morto.
esquece. Ai, Jesus, nossa senhora. Nem mana tenho. Ai, só sei cagalhão. Puto, olha o Eda. Põe-te fino.
Tem o Eder? Tem o Eder?
Yeah. Primeiro vão rolar as hands. Damage. Atenção que essa merda o gajo tem um timer ou que é essa merda, tens que rolar depressa depois já.
É.
Já preparas aí no chat ou assim.
Sim, deixa eu só ver se me vou rever agora. Estou aqui.
Foi o mês. Não é este, Diogo, não é este.
Sim.
Aí umas luvas tão boas para a Sara. Fogo.
Pô, já vou ficar pronto. Twilight Slayer.
Vai. 84, boa. Hoje assim ia para a merda do Hunter, não? Era só o que faltava.
Olha,
Oi!
87.
Ei! Fogo! Quem é o Jossi? É o Warrior.
Para que o Ouro quer essa merda?
Boa.
Ainda bem. Ui.
Olha, era só o que faltava, não? Olha. Então quer dizer, os outros é precisar e o menino... É, sim. Sim. Ficaste com 2 peças, não é, puto?
Sim, tenho. Faltam mais botas. Ainda tenho mais uma oportunidade de sair, é uma cena. Acho que isto é em todos os bots. Menos no primeiro.
Eu estou mesmo a dizer, sim, isso é teu problema, nós não temos nada a ver com isso. Diz que está bem, que as peças são melhores, está bem, eu sei. Eu cago nisso com uma pinta. Insulto já, mando já para a puta que pariu, estamos a brincar com isto, então. É opinion, sim. Yes. Que? Sim. Tá bem. You can roll on X-Bow also. It's also bicho for Uda. Equipaste, Diogo?
Sim, que foi.
Estes gajos, pá, foda-se, não sei.
Pô, o único Hunter, o único Warrior ainda está por ser resiste.
5, 4, 3,
Eu tenho que mudar a merda da onda.
Bem, se o gajo faz o brete para aqui, eu estou lixado. Estou aqui mesmo num sítio mesmo de merda.
Não dá para fazer
Ah!
aqui. Queres que eu ataque e tente puxar o gajo? Tente tapar?
Não. Se o gajo morrer... Ai Jesus, onde é que está aí a minha mana toda, pá?
breath incoming.
Ui. Quase que leva a merda dele, homem.
Não, o gajo está a levar com os barcos todos.
Agora não está a levar dano, agora o gajo. Xi, pá, não tenho mana nenhuma. Não tenho poções, não tenho nada.
Não tens os coisinhos de drogas?
Não.
Dá para dar agora?
Não. Caga nisso. Olha, morreu um gajo. Tanca. Tenta fazer isso.
Breath incoming.
Faz o combate rejo ao rogo. Boa. Ei, Jesus, posso que vais tu. Põe urso.
Já estava, eu estava com o urso. Eu só que eu puxei o gajo.
Aí, merda. Eu agora estava a olhar para essa merda, estava a dormir, olha, eu veio com o brete. Oh, meu Deus. Estava
Ai,
completamente a dormir agora. Estava a olhar para a interface da raid, olha.
O Warren morreu.
Breath incoming.
Pá, o gajo está vivo, portanto, então.
Ai,
Morreu.
Jesus, o que é isto? Morreu o tanque?
É. Mete o pé de tancar.
Que peta, eu não estou BM, puto, não faz nada.
Está quase.
E fez resist ainda por cima, ao taunt. E não dá para fazer taunt, porque eu não estou Beastmaster, ó.
Já chegou. O outro está ali, então está bom.
Olha, só saiu o cagalhão. Olha, saiu o Ed outra vez.
Pronto, diz aí, olha, o que é que pode fazer? E o gajo rolou.
E o gajo continua, meu. Fogo. Já tens o trinket, não já, puto?
Já.
Que fail da run. Fogo, a sério.
Ah, ganhei o coisa, pelo menos.
Ah, sim, ao menos ganhaste o Ed. Meu Deus, que Jesus, João. Descalabro de gente, pá. Que descalabro de gente. Fogo.
Então,
Epa, fogo, meu. Meu Deus, pá. O Warrior a rolar no Éder e o cara. Ai, Jesus. Com um gajo. Epá, só se ninguém precisasse, o gajo levava aquilo, estás a ver? Na boa, agora, pá. Está a ver que há pessoas a fazer roll. Está a fazer roll para quê? Se há pessoas que estão a fazer roll, está a fazer roll para quê, o palhaço, meu? A sério, meu. Fogo, meu. Burro de merda, meu. Palhacinho do caralho. Estúpido de merda. Foda-se. Eles nem sabem como é que se chamam, sabe?
ai,
Coitados. Camada de burros, caralho. Pois isto agora diz que faz reset num dia. Será que amanhã dá para ir outra vez? Então dá para ir 3 vezes. Mas eu não sabia. Eu por acaso só ia amanhã, mas por acaso fui hoje para experimentar e diz que já faz reset amanhã. Então isto dá para fazer 3 vezes por semana, não é só 2.
Quem é cabrão? Deixou-me aqui morto.
Deixaram-te morto.
Yeah. Eu sou o único aqui.
Grandes palhaços.
Olha.
Caga nisso, faz res. Caga nisso.
Se entrar no portal assim, né? É, se calhar isto é sozinho.
Pronto, amanhã vamos outra vez.
Olha, aproveito que faço o teleporte, por favor. Reset em 6 horas.
Yeah. Um dia e 6 horas, então supostamente. Ah não, esquece, um dia e 6 horas. Não.
Não, é 6 horas.
Para mim diz um dia e 6 horas. Se é um dia e 6
The
horas.
Rising Stance seduzes tu reset 1 dia e 6 horas. Warning, betas blá blá blá, seduz reset em 6 horas.
Need help?
sorry.
Safe travels.
10 segundos.
Não sei, não percebo.
É que tem aqui 2.
Ainda não percebi essa merda.
Um diz que é 1 dia e 6 horas e outro só diz 6 horas.
Não sei.
Pô, fui pelo sítio errado. Não, que se... Nem isso é merda do buff. Olha, fica para amanhã.
Que vergonha da run. Fogo. A sério. Que vergonha da run. Fogo.
Apenas um healer.
Boeda estranho mesmo.
E vai lá, eu consegui salvar o Rogue, que é o maior DPS.
Pô, estás a dar nasces? Não.
Então aí para lá agora.
Eu tens a pedra para aqui, tens que pôr.
Sim, eu costumo ter aqui em externa.
Não fizeste a semanal de 1000 de XP, pô, não?
Disto aqui? Não.
Pois. E quanto rep é que tens?
Rotação 4.925 de 12.000.
Mas não tens feito isso, puto. Já podias ter uma arma nova.
Que arma?
Ah, pois, também a arma que deixa lá para ti não é grande merda.
Acho que agora a melhor é da Raiden. Não sei se há uma arma melhor. Que esta que eu tenho. Do Smite.
Ui. Hoje é terça, não é? Amanhã é reset. Esquece, puto, esquece. Era para ir a dar nasces, mas deixa estar.
Eu cheguei agora ao Berlim.
Caga nisso.
Também tenho que ir para lá. Vou lá meter a pedra.
something
So I noticed the cooldown. And
Additionally, spell that allows you to store some
the adventures you've all had in Phase 1. And now we'd like to chat with you about Phase 2. Today we're going to do a brief overview of and where we're going with the new one. We're going to pop through our slides pretty fast, so you may want to pause or watch back through the recording if you want to catch everything on the slides. We're also going to put the build up on the PTR screen. We're doing something similar to Phase 1, where we only make the era and hardcore content available, not the season itself. It is likely there will be some data mining, but beware, not everything you see data mined will actually be in the patch. This build will contain some experimental things, stuff for later phases, and things that maybe didn't work quite how we wanted them to. We're going to start off talking about our new raid, Gnomeregan. Our assistant lead designer, Tim Jones, will be walking us through it. Take it away, Tim.
hello there. Thank you, Lenny, for that introduction. I'm Tim Jones, the assistant lead game designer on World of Warcraft Classic, and it's my pleasure to talk to you more and give you a sneak peek at Gnomeregan, the second level up raid in Season of Discovery, and the raid content that you'll be participating in at level 40 in Phase 2. Let's get into it. So, much like Black Fathom Deeps, Gnomeregan will be a 10-player raid. There will be 6 bosses. There were originally 5 bosses in Gnomeregan if you didn't count the Dark Iron Ambassador, so there's one more new boss that no one's ever fought before. And of course, redesigns from the ground up on all of the other bosses. So brand new experience overall. A ton of new rewards and items. More epics than we had in Black Fathom Deeps, with more sources, different bosses than just the last 2 bosses, dropping those. New item sets for classes to pursue. The quests and rewards have been brought up to level 40. And there's a brand new profession quest chain that leads into a pretty deep opportunity for people to find materials and craft a lot of really cool and powerful items. Josh will get into that more down the line. But some of the play spaces have had some changes. For people who aren't familiar with the Grubbus and Chomper encounter, you might notice that there are some radiation vents that weren't here. Those will perhaps play a part in this encounter. Crowd Pummeler is now in a different part of the instance. I wonder what kind of mechanic, something that punches you really hard, might have to do with being on a platform above a pit of death. Who knows? And there's a lot of excited onlookers ready for you to take on this robot. And Sicko Thermoplug, last boss of the instance, may have added some additional mechanical suits with different properties to his arsenal, and you'll have to face off against those as well. Getting into a preview of the exciting loot, there's some nods to old items. I think the one people will notice is the automatic crowd pummeler. No longer will you have to get individual manual crowd pummelers. You'll be able to pick up one and then use it over and over again with the cooldown. So hopefully that's a great quality of life improvement. There's also some fun items that you can pick up. The Trog Transfigurator 3000, little Orb of Deception style transforming into a Trog. Aragriar's Whimsical World Warper. Play around with it, see where it takes you in the world. And some fun cosmetic items as well. Here's a look at our set items. You can see that some set items actually have specific set bonuses for some classes, and we also have tokens now that will drop. Instead of having a gigantic loot list that contains all of the set pieces and you're getting frustrated if the same set piece drops for a different class every week, we've introduced set piece tokens that can be used by everyone for a specific piece of your armor. So you can pick, if whoever loots the boot token will be able to turn that into a vendor to redeem it for their set piece boots. With Gnomeregan, there's a couple updates that we're making to dungeons. The first of which are the addition of quality of life skill books. These are skill books that have a chance to drop off of certain creatures in 5-man dungeons, and they add significant quality of life spells to your arsenal that don't take up a rune slot. So we're excited for people to get their hands on these, and hopefully these solve some problems that players have been facing, such as short aura durations with paladin blessings, totem control as shaman, rogues being able to have a spell that allows them to manipulate what target their combo points are on, as well as many, many others that we're excited for players to find when they jump into Phase 2. And I'd like to pass off the presentation to Nora to talk more about rune abilities. Thank you very much.
Hey, my name's Nora Valletta, and I'm a lead software engineer on WoW Classic. The team is very excited for you to head out and find those new rune abilities coming soon in Phase 2 of Season of Discovery. I'm here to give you a sneak peek at some of those abilities, so let's dive in. Paladins. Sheath of Light will cause damage dealt with your melee weapon to also increase your spell power. It'll also cause your critical heals to apply an additional heal over time on the target. Guarded by the Light will cause your melee weapon hits to restore mana over time. However, the amount healed by Flash of Light, Holy Light, and Holy Shock will be reduced by half. Hunters. Melee Specialist is a passive ability which will reduce the cooldown of Raptor Strike, cause it to trigger instantly, and each usage of Raptor Strike has a chance not to trigger its cooldown. Melee Specialist will also remove the cooldown of Mongoose Bite. Trap Launcher allows you to place traps at any location within 40 yards, and allows you to place your traps while in combat. Additionally, your fire-based and frost-based traps have separate shared cooldowns. Warriors. Rallying Cry is a defensive ability which can be activated to increase the health of all party and raid members within 40 yards. Blood Surge gives some of your abilities a chance to make your next slam instant and cost no rage. Rogues. Use Shuriken Toss to throw a shuriken at your enemy, dealing damage to your target and up to 4 additional nearby targets. Master of Subtlety causes attacks made while stealth and for a short time after exiting stealth to cause additional damage. Priests. Cast Mind Spike to blast your target with Shadow Frost damage and apply a debuff, which increases the critical strike chance of your next Mind Blast on that target. This debuff can stack up to 3 times. And fan favorite from future expansions, Pain Suppression can be cast on a friendly target to significantly reduce their damage taken and increase their resistance to the spell mechanics for a short time. Warlocks. Invocation. When you refresh some of your damage over time effects while they have less than 6 seconds remaining, instant damage will be dealt to your target equal to 1 tick of that spell's periodic damage. So you no longer have to worry about refreshing your dots at the exact perfect moment. Dance of the Wicked will trigger a buff which increases you and your pet's dodge chance anytime either of you deal a critical strike to an enemy. You'll also both gain 2% of your maximum mana when that happens. Mages. Missile Barrage gives your Arcane Blast, Fireball, and Frostbolt spells a chance to reduce the channel duration of your next Arcane Missile spell by half, reduce its mana cost to 0, and cause missiles to fire every 0.5 seconds. Chronostatic Preservation is a really cool new spell that allows you to store some of your arcane, fire, and frost energy for later use. You can only hold this energy for a short time before it combusts and expires, but you can unleash it to heal a friendly target. Shamans. Maelstrom Weapon causes damage dealt with melee attacks to have a chance to reduce the cast time of your next Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Lesser Healing Wave, Chain Heal, or Lava Burst spell by 20%. The cast time reduction can stack up to 5 times. Spirit of the Alpha is a 30-minute buff that can be cast on a friendly target to increase the threat generated by that target. You can kind of think of it like the opposite of Blessing of Salvation. While some shamans choose to battle with one weapon in each hand, others prefer to dish out devastating blows with a two-handed weapon. If that sounds like you, then we have Two-Handed Mastery. Each time you strike an enemy with a two-handed weapon, you gain 30% attack speed with two-handed weapons for 10 seconds. Anyways, it's time for me to pass things over to Ana Resendez, who will be sharing with you some updates on our new PvP event. Take it away, Ana.
Can't wait for everyone to discover those new runes. They look amazing. Thank you, Nora. Hello, I am Ana Resendez, and I will talk to you about PvP. In this new level band, we're bringing a new PvP experience to you. You might have seen a little hint on our social media channels about this. So, our new PvP event is called the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon rises in Strangleton Vale, bringing with it absolute mayhem. When Ashenvale was created, we talked about how cool it would be for the event to be triggered by player activity in the area. After going through feedback and seeing how Ashenvale played, in this event, we wanted to take a different approach. And make it more predictable so you know when the battle will take place. So, the Blood Moon event will happen every 3 hours, and we have a duration of 30 minutes. Believe me, you will be able to tell when the event is happening. The Blood Moon will shine its effect during this time and bring in a mysterious red fog to the area. During this time, the whole zone will become a free-for-all PvP, meaning allies and enemies alike will be viable targets for your Blood Rage. Everyone that is in the zone during this time will become a target. During the event, killing other players will allow you to earn a currency, which can be traded for various rewards. We'll talk about the rewards in a little bit. You can still group up, but be warned, the Blood Moon does not smile to those that battle in raid groups and will punish you for doing so. There are those, of course, who refuse to give in the thirst of the blood. If it's peace what you seek, you can opt out of the event at any time by talking to the Sandalari emissary. You will not be able to earn any rewards if you opt out, and remember that General Realm PvP zone rules will still apply. Another big difference from Ashenvale is that there won't be any PvE objectives. That said, not only should you be wary of both enemies and allies alike, you should also keep an eye out for the Chosen of the Blood Loa, who will absolutely destroy you. Does Vale River ring a bell? So, you might be wondering, how do I get my hands on that sweet rewards? There will be a merchant outside of Kurabashi Arena that will assist you with this. What about the rewards? Well, there are dozens of new class-specific item rewards. Here are some examples of the new rewards that come with the event. Additionally, there are new quests that will help with your Arathi Basin reputation journey. Do you want to see more about the cool rewards? What about a new car? Well, okay, not exactly a car, but yes, you're seeing correctly. There will be 2 new faction-agnostic mounts that you will be able to acquire related to this event. These level 40 mounts have an appearance that is completely new to the game. I hope to see you in the battlefield. And up next, Josh will join us and he will talk to you about profession updates.
Hello, my name is Josh Greenfield, Senior Game Producer on WoW Classic. Let's dive right in and talk about what we're going to be doing with Professions in Phase 2. I want to start by saying that we've been really thrilled with the reception to our Professions editions in Phase 1. It's really exciting watching people sort of discover and unlock how to create your awesome, Void Touch leather gloves and your extra planar spider silk boots and all those things. We're going to go ahead and expand on this quite a bit for Phase 2. There will be around 20 new recipes across all non-gathering professions. This also includes not just leatherworking, tailoring, and blacksmithing, but also alchemy, enchanting, and engineering as well. So we want to spread the love around here. We want to make sure that everyone gets something really cool this time, so that's what we're going to do. Just like in Phase 1, there will be an epic quest chain to unlock this, and we won't spoil anything about that today. You're going to have to get in the game, and you have to kind of go through that yourself, but if you liked what we did in Phase 1, you'd probably like this too. Next, I kind of want to talk a little bit about just some of the recipes here. I'm not going to go into super great detail about what each of these are and all the stats and everything like that. As you can see, they're very powerful. But one thing I do want to kind of call out is that you'll notice that a few of the materials required are brand new materials for the game, and a lot of them are used across different professions, some of these similar new materials. There's definitely going to be a trading and kind of economy aspect to these new professions recipes. And just like everything this season of Discovery, we're most excited to see how players share resources and information to make these things. That's all we're going to say right now, but we think it's going to be a pretty fun thing to participate in the next phase. A few other things we kind of want to talk about is alchemy and enchanting in particular. When we were looking at what we wanted to do here, we could obviously add more consumables and we could add more enchants for enchanters, and to a degree we did. We had our new enchanting material recipes other than the seed here. But one of the things about these professions is that in a lot of cases they don't do a whole lot for your personal throughput if you're one of these professions. A lot of times you can make things, and a lot of times you can make a lot of gold off of having these professions. But in terms of your actual damage output or healing output, they don't really bring you things that you can't have someone else craft for you and bring. So that's what we wanted to try here. In particular, if you'll notice on the left side, there's this new Enchanted Sigil innovation. And what this basically is that this is kind of like a world buff that you can carry around in your bag and give to yourself. And essentially, it has a 30-minute duration, but also a 30-minute cooldown. So if you die early, you will lose at least some before you can put it back on. Same thing with Alchemists here. They have the ability to make this essentially damage and healing consumable, or damage and attack power consumable, and that also restores a little bit of health and a little bit of so that's just something that's a little unique for this time, and we hope that you like these things. We're looking for feedback on this sort of stuff for future videos. So now that we've kind of gone through an overview of Phase 2 and some of the things that are coming in it, we do want to kind of, I guess, get a frequently asked questions that we've gotten recently about things in Phase 1 and some of the issues that have popped up and how we're addressing those, as well as just some curiosities about what else is coming in Phase 2 and how specific things will work. So we're going to dive into a few of these FAQ items and try and burn through as many of them as possible to give you a better idea of kind of what's going on and what our thought process on some of these stuff is. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. We will start today talking about raid schedule. We thought we'd start here because this is a pretty hot debate in the community right now. We've seen a lot of great feedback on this and have weighted great many perspectives about kind of when we should release the raid. Should we have it available from day one, or should we wait maybe a week or some other amount of time to unlock it globally at the same time? While it's impossible, we feel, to do something that will make every single person happy, we do think we can strike a bit of a compromise here. We understand that the server or role first race is not just about who can zone in first. Say if the raid unlocks are arbitrary all the time. And for a large group of players, it's also about who can get in the fastest after leveling, and it's very exciting for them to see what they can do and do about their full toolkit of raids and other items. And so, that is one argument we've heard in favor of not doing it, and we think it's a very compelling one. It is very exciting to participate in that and to watch that. On the other hand, though, if you're one of those players who really like to take their time leveling, we realize that 3-day lockout puts you in a position where you may miss several lockouts before you hit 40. And while it's pretty unlikely to actually matter all that much in the long run, as you will have plenty of lockouts this phase, it does still feel kind of bad. And one of the things we wanted to avoid with this season was too much feeling of FOMO. So by way of a compromise, what we're looking at doing this time is we will not delay the opening of the raid, but we will be putting the first 2 lockouts on kind of a normal weekly lockout timer. So that means that would reset on like Tuesday in North America, Wednesday in Europe, and so on and so forth, whatever your regional unlock time or reset time is. This means that the first lockout will occur on February 13th, again in North America, in the morning with maintenance, and then the second will occur the following Tuesday on February 20th, again in North America, in the morning with maintenance. So each region you can offset for your regional maintenance time. What this allows us to do is, enable folks who really want to push day one to get in as fast as possible and get that first, like world first or server first clear, or just the bragging rights of saying you did it first. That's something that we don't want to take away from you. But this also reduces the number of lockouts that are possible in that time period, so that players who are leveling a little bit more casually or a little slower pace may not feel like they missed out on as much. It's not a perfect solution, and that's one thing we really want to stress, is that when you deal with a game like World of Warcraft and on this scale, there's no objectively correct answers. There are every decision we make, there's going to be people who like it and there's going to be people who would prefer something else. But we feel that this acknowledges both major perspectives without really depriving either group of something special. So we really hope that you like it, and we're going to keep looking at feedback on this. If this is something that works out well, we may carry this forward into future phases, and if not, we may just go back to the drawing board and try something else. But we really, really, really appreciate the ton of feedback we've gotten from the community on this. We've been watching social media, we've been watching forums, we've really been watching a lot of commentary on this, and we couldn't have, nothing we do without looking at and listening to what you guys are saying. So thank you so much for that. Next thing we want to talk about a little bit is PvP matchmaking. We realize that it can be frustrating to get a match against a full pre-made when queuing solo. However, we do still have significant concerns about completely bifurcating PvP queues into a separate PvP or small group queue. What this means, essentially, is if you're in a group of 5 or less, you'll have a dramatically higher chance to also get matched against groups of 5 or less. And if you're in a group of 6 or more, same deal, you'll have a higher chance to get matched against larger groups or full groups. If the queues are long or the matchmaker can't find a good group that fits within these parameters after a certain amount of time, it'll abandon these rules and go ahead and match you with the first available so you can at least play a game. But by and large, we feel that this will help the situation a lot for those who just kind of want to queue up solo with a few friends and not feel like they're always going against pre-made. We do want to stress again, though, that we firmly believe that activities like PvP Battlegrounds are just more fun and less stressful when players group up. We can understand that if you don't want to join a group for it, it can be a little bit more frustrating than you feel it needs to be. But ultimately, coordination within your team, whether it's a pre-made or not, is going to be the key to success in any activity like organized PvP when you're playing against other players. Even when queuing solo, we encourage you to be positive team members and coordinate with your group and have the best time possible. So next, another common question is that what the leveling buff will look like. We mentioned this at BlizzCon, that when the level cap increases, we will put an XP buff for the previous level band. And so what you can expect, for that. Also, we've gotten a lot of questions about what you can expect if you say you've done all the quests available to you at level 25, and what do you do for leveling, from like 25 to 30 if you've done all those quests. So for the first question, we'll be providing a flat 50% XP buff from the 1 through 25 range, so that if you should be able to get to level 25 fairly quickly. The other thing that we're doing is in order to help the second situation where you may feel like you've done all the quests you can and you're not sure how that's the level, we are going to need to back that into each raid, give a very experience when you're over level 25. It's keeping the lockout out now to encourage players not to just do it every single day and engage in their activities, but it will be very lucrative and worth doing. As long as it continues to give experience, which will probably be sometime into the mid or late phase. Lastly, Waylaid supplies are also seeing some adjustments. We're not quite ready to talk about the full suite of adjustments coming here because some of them are still undergoing tuning, but we are going to significantly increase the XP rewards for it, particularly in the ones from the 25 to 40 range. There will be new Waylaid supplies turn-ins, and we want to make sure that they're very rewarding and they're something that you want to do. And we're also looking at removing some of the frustrations from this. Again, not quite ready to talk about the full details there, but if you've had concerns with some of the frustrating aspects of them, then we're hoping to address some of those in the next phase as well. So stay tuned for a little bit more information about that, and we'll have more as we get really close to the phase launch. A few minor adjustments to Ashenvale are coming. There will be fewer people in Ashenvale specifically when the level cap increases, so we're going to go ahead and move the event to a rigid 3-hour timer, similar to what Anna talked about with the Stranglethorn Vale event. This will basically be every 3 hours on the mark. And it will happen without player intervention. Do note, though, we don't want to make you choose between doing an Ashenvale battle and a Stranglethorn Vale battle. So the Ashenvale timer will be offset by 1 hour from Stranglethorn. So if Stranglethorn starts at noon, this will start at 1 p.m. And Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. And we hope that one other thing that is kind of a common question and topic is kind of what are we going to do in the next days. Simply put, we're going to go ahead and cap them. The Ashenvale Weekly Fest World Buff is going to be capped at level 39, and the Black Fathom Deeps World Buff is also going to be capped at 39. So you can enjoy those while you're leveling, but once you hit 40, you'll no longer basically be able to gain the benefit of those. Please also note that the Stranglethorn Veil event will not actually have a world buff this time, but no Murgon will. Our goal is really to keep each phase's world buffs fun and exciting, but we don't want to add too much overhead for the evolving game. And we don't want it to be a slog that needs to go all over the world to get better. And especially once we hit 60, we don't want you to have to slog through going all over the world and getting better. So that's where we landed on that. We're obviously please let us know. Profession specialization. This is another really hot topic in the community. Just like with Phase 1 when we capped professions at 150, with Phase 2 we will be capping them at 225. And additionally, we've decided that profession specializations will also be capped. So that's when the level cap goes to 50. We feel that profession specializations outside of engineering and a few other exceptions are kind of lackluster every for a while, and we really want to do something fun and cool here, and we really want to take it on. So for Phase 3, profession specialization is a large focus, and obviously we're not going to talk about it now, but do stay tuned for more profession specializations as we get. Another common question that we get is somewhat frustrating to answer, simply because kind of the more we talk about it, the faster bad actors can work around our efforts, but it's botting and exploitative accounts in general. Botting is sort of a colloquial term. It includes a lot of things, including just exploitative gameplay that invasion, and it has a negative impact on we actually hate. We spend a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to do that. And while we can't really talk about the specifics of what we're doing, we do want to talk about some really exciting too. We've had this in limited testing on live, both in Classic of its various flavors and Modern for quite some time, and we've seen some very positive results from it. And so we want to set expectations that, you know, there's never going to be a time where World of Warcraft or really any online game is going to be completely free of bad actors and malicious accounts, but we're very positive about the results we've seen from this new tech, and we're really excited to see it rolled out. Paradoxically as well, kind of the more effective we are at some of these things, the more outwardly visible the bad actors can become. A lot of times following on the island bandwagon, you may actually see increased bot activity as bot farms essentially spin up new accounts and start over. But there's been a few instances of this happening. We do a large ban wave, and then everyone, you know, I see videos posted online of streams of bots going from one part of the world to the other. But when you see that stuff and when you report it, it actually helps us clamp down on that new method as well. And it gets the bot farms into a position where they are constantly kind of 2 steps forward and like 2 steps backwards. So that is really helpful. And as much as it's frustrating to see, we really want to encourage you to continue to help us by reporting things. And we're going to continue to do exhaustive work on our side for this issue. Always a frustrating thing, never easy to talk about, but we really appreciate your patience with us. So the last topic that we really want to talk about, and this is kind of a big one, is just jumping right into it, starting with Phase 2 of Season of Discovery. We're going to be experimenting with GVKP will no longer be permitted in Season of Discovery realm. And to kind of recap, for anyone who does not know what GVKP bid raids or dungeons are, it's essentially a raid or a dungeon run where the loot rules and
beyond New York City.